This is my 1979 Traxxas Lexan bodied Bronco that I started building on about a year and a half ago, and it kind of went crazy on me. It's mounted to a Trailfinder 2 chassis, which I modified the front suspension to mimic the 1979 Bronco, and that was quite challenging to get it quite right. We'll take a little closer look at that in just a second. Just want to give you an overview of the body. Most of the Lexan is reinforced with styrene, so it's pretty solid. It's not like your normal Lexan bodies out there. It's been worked. I cut the top off, which I thought, wow, that's going to really reduce the strength of it. But then I went and built a custom styrene interior for it, all out of scratch built. And so that was a lot of fun to tackle, and took a long time to get all the seats right and everything right, and make the cushions with cloth and painted tarps and all kinds of good stuff went into that. I did mount it on a hinge, so the body rotates up. It's just sitting on magnets. There's no body pins. 4 magnets hold the body up. I built a little engine mock-up out of styrene, all just scratch built. Cut these little metal blades out of some tin that I had and drilled holes and mounted them to a proper looking fan blade for a 1979 Ford Midland engine. The license plate here, BAD 351, that's to represent the Midland. But it's a Trailfinder 2 chassis. It's got the 2-speed transmission. I've locked it out so only first gear is functional. I didn't want to have a second servo in there because of space. There's 4 of these little magnets here that the body sits down on top of, and that magnet feels a little loose. I better get in there and check that. But anyways, then there's 4 other magnets up here on the body, so when it does come down, it locks really well in place. I've got another magnet back here in the back that when it rotates up, it locks it in place in the up position. So just kind of sets it up against the back tires. You can see here, I had to mount the rear bumper directly to the body, which is a no-no for scale points and all that stuff, but you know, you do what you got to do when you're building stuff. But if you can see in here, I'm hoping you can, the interior, it's pretty sweet. The figures that I used were from 1972 Winnebago for the Tonka truck family. And there's a little baby that mom's holding in there on her lap, of course, because, you know, seatbelts came out back then, but, you know, nobody really ever paid attention to that. Anyways, so mom's holding the baby. The baby's from the 1930s. It's got a built battery tray that I built out of styrene and mounted to the flat tray that's in the Trailfinder 2. Leaf spring rear suspension. The front suspensions are trailing arms, coil springs, and shocks. See, I'll drop it down here. It's got a light kit in it. So right now the parking lights are on low. You can see those just barely, probably. The tail lights seem to be a little bit brighter when it's low. And then I have a little hidden switch that's up inside here, and you just flip that switch on and the headlights come on and the lights go to bright. So I'll bring it around. It'll probably blind the camera, but hey, there you go. So that's what it looks like with the headlights on and the lights under full power. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this model. I know when you have a RC truck, a lot of times it's never done, but this is done. I'm all done. The fun for me is building this stuff. I really enjoy building it. I've got a couple other builds in mind, and none of them are going to take another year and a half. So that's about as long as I could stand building this one. So anyways, back down to low voltage. You can see the lights are on just low. Anyways, that's what I got going on here at the Crawl to Crawl Studios. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.